Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we are going to be playing Zen. So, bans happened Sunday night for, us here in the US. And yesterday, Silas and I played Victor versus Zen a little bit, which I would say is probably Zen's worst matchup. If not, it's towards the top of the list of worst matchups it has. And I went 4-1 playing Victor, but tonight I'm going to be testing the Zen list that our team put together to see how it feels, to see what we can change, what might feel better, just kind of trying to iron out some quirks with the deck and see what we can change and maybe make it feel better. Oh, excuse me. I was watching DM Armada's video earlier about, what Zen looks like post bans, and he was showing some interesting lists, some pretty cool stuff. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. I saw a list that completely cut the Bonds of Ancestry line already. It's not playing red Bonds or Descendant Gustwave at all, which is pretty interesting to me. I thought that was kind of neat. So I'm kind of curious to see how that plays and how that feels moving forward with the deck. So I don't know. It should be interesting. Hey, Max, Ben, Annabelle, Cusco, what's going on, guys? How are you? Appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out. But I think the deck's pretty solid. I think it looks pretty good so far. It felt pretty good last night when we were playing it. When Silas was playing it, it seemed like I had a lot of good turns. I only have 2 matchups put in here. We determined how we wanted to play the Victor matchup, and we tested that last night. And then I added the mirror in here just as matchups. So we're going to be kind of winging it and trying to decide how to sideboard as the night goes on. But I don't know. I'm more interested in seeing how the deck feels and what it looks like and what we can tweak and change. Hey, what's up, Brim? How are you? Trent, what's going on, dude? Hey, Andrew, what's up, buddy? I'm also curious to see how this goes. The deck is the deck's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm a fan of it. We ended up cutting the headpiece for you search, the Mask of the Pouncing Lynx. We just didn't feel that great. So we're running AB3 and Tiara into the Kayo matchup. This is our main 60. We're playing a one of looking for scrap where other people have been playing Bittering Thorns. And so I'm curious to know if this is better than Bittering Thorns. I don't know that it is, but I think the lack of an on-hit effect is pretty good into multiple matchups. So I'm excited to see how it feels in that spot. I also think there might be a world where we end up playing 3 looking for a scrap or 3 Bittering Thorns. I'm not sure what we cut or what we trim numbers on. I don't know. It's tough to say what we want to be doing. So, hey, Diablo, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I mean, Zephyr Needles are fine. I don't know. What came in instead of Bonds? So we kind of reworked the whole deck and kind of started over. We ended up being on Chase the Tail because it seems like a pretty good card to have. We ended up adding Aspect of Tiger Body over that. And then we ended up changing some of our blues. Since we're playing a more Tiger focused deck, we wanted some extra Tiger generators. Blue Biting Breeze seems like one of the easiest cards to add in. And one of the other blues that we changed out is Blue Be-Like-Water because it plays very well with the combo. So if you have a Blue Be-Like-Water, a Transcend card, a Bonds, and a Gustwave, you can play Blue Be-Like-Water, play the Transcend card, and then Transcend gaining a resource from Petals, and then you can actually name Surging Strike, and then play the Gustwave for free, and then play the Bonds for free. So a couple of pretty good combo lines there. Let's see. The Weakest Link, Censor, and Command & Conquer are probably automatic staples here. We're on 32 blues, so we're probably going to cut looking for a scrap here in this matchup. This isn't exactly the matchup we're looking to have looking for a scrap. Man, this is tough. I don't really know what we want to cut here, or if we just want to play 66 cards. Playing 66 cards feels wrong off the top of my head. Maybe I'm supposed to cut Red Descendant, Gustwave, and Bonds here. Maybe we're supposed to play less of the combo lines here. I don't know. This is... I'm not sure what to cut and where we're supposed to cut cards. Let's just try 66. Maybe I'm just supposed to play 66. I don't know. We'll try to get a little aggressive here. This is probably a needle matchup if I had to guess, right? Like this is probably an aggro matchup where we're running needles and just trying to run them over, is what I was told. I was told that Evan was playing needles into Kayo, but I'm not sure if we should be playing needles or not like that. So, oh, they left? All right, well, we were sideboarding. I mean, I don't know what they want. Against Bravo, we'll go second. All right, so we have to completely re-sideboard here against Bravo. Why do they keep leaving? All right, we're just gonna play Zen in regular classic constructed so that if people join, they know exactly what they're getting into, because I don't know what's going on here. Here to learn via osmosis. I love that, dude. Zen's still very good post-ban. It might be slightly better. Yeah, I think the consistency that you get is actually very solid. I think this is a go second matchup, and we're just going to hope we don't get punished going second. Command and Conquer, maybe Censor. I think we can cut a Looking for a Scrap here. And maybe we're just supposed to play 62 here. Might be the case of what we're looking at. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to cut. I haven't played enough games to know what we're going to cut. So we're just going to run 62 in the needles and see what happens. Hey, Caleb, what's up, dude? How are you, buddy? Do we need Warmongers? I think for this matchup, yeah, we have to have Warmongers. Although technically they do get a little bit of like free pass with Warmongers, I guess, because of Glove and Snaps. So, well, we can't exactly block this one out, so we're just looking at blocking 5, I guess, and taking 6. It's unfortunate. No, it's against New, but I had Zen running like 70 plus cards into me. I don't know if you want that many cards in the deck, to be honest. Like, that many cards seems kind of wrong to me. I don't know. I could be wrong there. It just feels incorrect, the way I'm thinking about it. So if I play Biting Breeze and then play Passover, banishing the Remorseless, and then I can flip into a Chi to activate we'll have a Tiger, and then I can play this and I can get Chase the Tail off the Zen activation here, and I'll have 2 resources, one for the Chase the Tail and one for a Needle here. And Biting Breeze will actually have a really solid on-hit effect here. Now, we're trading like a life exchange here that's not great. Okay, so they are going to block this, which is fine. We're going to let this happen. Testing Blitz right now? Nice. That was for KO. I feel like... Oh, you meant... Oh, gotcha. You meant, like, do we need this in the KO matchup? That's fair. I get that. So we gain a resource from Transcending here, which we will use, and we might throw a Needle here if it makes sense. Hey, what's up, Jason? How are you, buddy? I'm hoping the new list feels pretty good. I mean, like, we just put it together the other night, but I'm curious to see how it feels. Maybe I am supposed to pitch the Chi and play the... Yeah, I'm definitely supposed to pitch the Chi and play Harmony of the Hunt here. So... Ooh, which means I didn't want to gain a resource there. Now, so what we're going to do is do this, because technically we've pitched a blue this way, and we will gain the resource here. We will play this to make a Crouching Tiger. Come in for 2 because of Shuko here. This pushes 2. We get to activate Crouching Tiger. I mean, this might just be a Tiger Swipe turn. We do get a lot of value off of the swipe here if that's the route we decide to go. We are just trading 1 for 1 every single time we do this. Let's go ahead and activate Zen, I think, because we want to decide if we want the Tiger Swipe or if we want the Chase the Tail. Tiger Swipe will be a 0 for 4 that trades 1 for 1 damage the rest of the way, or Chase the Tail will technically be a 1 for 7. I think Chase the Tail is just better here. So we play Chase the Tail, go to 29, and then this is 4, go again with combo. And then this is 4. And then this is 1. So not exactly. I mean, it's 27-27. The only problem is they have a 5-card hand. Now, we did transcend, so the second we draw a really good hand, we can try to make something happen. This hand just blocks effectively, I think. Yeah, Chase the Tail's a 1 for 7 there. And ran into Caleb and got high rolled. Dude, it's hilarious that you guys are playing games against each other. I love that. Played post Bands Blaze for a couple games on stream tonight. Much more interesting deck. Yeah, I imagine it is honestly a lot weaker. That makes a lot of sense. I can see that. How did they opt? Did they opt to the top or bottom? They put a card on bottom and then blind Azaelia. Okay. I mean, this hand's pretty mediocre. I'm pretty interested in arsenaling the 100 wins here. Actually, yeah, I mean, I think I still want to arsenal the 100 wins here, so I can block Mauling Key levels, take 4, go to 23, and then they won't have a Ponder. I'll take 4, go to 23, and then I'll go to 21, and I'll have 100 wins in Arsenal, which means we're hoping that they don't have something insane, like a Retina Ledger. We're hoping for something like a Fatigue Shot or something that's not that great, and we're setting up a pretty good card here. Tier D? I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong, because like my knowledge of Blitz is not exactly what I would call super knowledgeable, but that feels pretty, I don't know, that feels like a little bit of an insult to the hero. I mean, maybe we're just blocking and then playing Warmongers here. I don't know. Depends on what their hand looks like. So right now, this is looking like 9. Had a blasted armory today. Pre-con Blitz is fun. I could see that being fun. Who let Adam out of his cage? What? What are you talking about, Robert? Any CC events to look forward to? Unfortunately, Adam, I don't really have any CC events to look forward to, which is like kind of depressing, if I'm being honest. I would like to have some events to look forward to, but I don't, unfortunately. Let's block 5. We'll play the Preserve Tradition, not Transcending. We'll put a Mauling Key on the bottom, because I think it gives us more combo targets here. We're going to go to 17. And then they see that we have a Warmonger's Diplomacy. We're really going to be down 12, but we're hoping that the Warmonger's Diplomacy gets them enough to where we can be in an okay spot. They did pitch 2 arrows, so I'm curious to know what they're going to arsenal here. I mean, the glove bails them out if they do arsenal a non-attack action here. The way that they're thinking about it makes me wonder what they're doing here. Oh, you were talking about literal Adam here. Still trying to fill the gap by creating some Team CCC win-a-box. Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. I mean, we have like a CC event coming up in our area. Just for our area in general. That our local store's putting on, but like, you know, nothing crazy. I don't feel like this hand is that good. I don't even really feel like this. I don't feel like we haven't seen a single Art of War here, which is like, it's turn 4 and we haven't seen an Art of War. And the worst part is like, I can't play Warmongers again. We're running out of room when we can actually like put together a real good turn here. Also, this is just for 9. I mean, I think we're just blocking 10. Like, it's pretty lame, but I think we're trying to hang on for an Art of War here. We need a big turn, and we've only seen the Harmony once. You got this Ferrari Zen deck and nowhere to race it. I mean, it does kind of feel like that. It's kind of funny because honestly, if I was playing at any competitive events, I'd just be playing. I would probably strictly just be playing Victor at this point. That's just like kind of where I'm at, especially on like a local level. I know the deck too well, the ins and the outs too well. So that's our last red 100 wins. So I think we're going to wait. This has to be snaps, right? Like this 100% has to be snaps. Yep, there it is. There it is. They use the arms, but I can't keep a Warmongers because I'm also under Warmongers there, Annabelle. So I can't play my Warmongers and get real value there. Hey, Rob, what's up, dude? Wish you were closer. Yeah, dude, I heard that you guys are having a I heard you guys are having a 1K. I think that's actually like really cool. I wish oh, that sucks for us. I was like, dude, I wish I was closer. I would love to come to a 1K like and hang out and see everybody, man. I'd love to. This is definitely our hand to pop off with. We just have to hope that this pans out the way we want. They're just passing and not giving us the value of blocking. Man, that is really unfortunate for us. I have to admit, I did not see that coming. So I think we're going to lead on Harmony and try to play both here. We're going to try to play Art of War and Harmony and make this happen. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on Art of War, pitching the Harmony so that I can try to transcend because I don't have my Traverse that I got to block with. Like, I'm baffled they did not get a 0-cost arrow there. They had the Endless Arrow, right? Thought they had the Endless Arrow they discarded. Oh, they put it on the bottom with Azaelia's ability, so I guess they didn't. Okay, wow, never mind. I don't think they're stream sniping, but I mean, I guess we're gonna have to hope that we draw into a transcend card. I think that's really our best shot here, is to hope that it pans out for us. We banish a levels. We're gonna go buff and banish to draw 2 cards, and I mean, so we're going to transcend. We draw Stir the Pot. We're going to put it on the bottom of the deck, I think. I think this is what we have to do. Harmony wins, transcend, uses in Art of War. Oh, so I could have transcend before I played the Art of War. That would have made sense. Would have been a better use of my resources there. This is definitely like why I need to play this deck and learn a little bit more about it. So we're going to throw the 100 wins for 5. Or I'm sorry, for 4? Oh, the Frailty. The Frailty. Yeah. They're probably not going to block this. We're going to activate Zen and see what we can come up with here. We could, in some weird world, do this, but I don't think that's correct. Don't think that's correct. Yeah, I should have played the 100 wins and transcended with the grains. It did work out for us, but it was definitely the incorrect play. And then we get to activate Zen, and we'll see what we can search up here. Mauling Key's not a bad one, but we don't have Go again, and I would like to end on the Command and Conquer for 7 here, if I'm being honest. So I am debating if spinning Will Kick is just the best option I have. So if I play the Crouching Tiger, I can... There's no more red 100 wins left in the deck, so I could get 100 wins. This one would be for 1... We're going to tell our opponent we're thinking here. Would be for 1, 2, 3, because the Frailty's not affecting it. Tiger would be for 1 Needle Command and Conquer, or I have the ability to get Spinning Will Kick for 6, 7, 8, 9 off the Needle, and then 7 is 16. Or the Tiger Swipe is 1, 6, And if they let it hit, I have the ability to create another one, which comes in for 2 because of Shuko. And then I can throw Needle. And I'm sorry, the last hand was actually for 13 because I don't have the ability to... I don't have the ability to throw Will Kick and throw the Zephyr Needle, so it's for 13, or I'm sorry, for 14 instead of 16. And this is 1 and 6 is 7. Plus 2 more potentially is 9 and 7 is 16. Or it's 6, 7, and 7 is 13. So I think the Tiger Swipe presents us more value here. I think is definitely the play that like we're looking for. So we get to go Crouching Tiger for 1. And then the swipe, I'm sorry, the swipe is actually going to be for 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 because of Shuko. I always forget that this gets triggered by Shuko. You guys are definitely seeing some of my like learning curve of Zen here tonight. And then 7 because of Shuko. And this is interesting because, I mean, it forces them to make a decision. So 1 and 7 is 8, plus 1 more is 9, 11, and then 7 is 18. So it ended up being an 18-point turn. Hey, Job, what's up? What do you mean you don't get it, buddy? So Tiger Swipe hits, we create a Crouching Tiger in our Banish Zone. We throw this for 1. And then the sad part is, like, even though Command and Conquer for 7 is how we're ending our turn, our opponent is probably not going to... Needle for 1 actually kind of sucks. That's very unfortunate. So they're probably not going to block, if I had to guess. They're probably just going to take 7 here. With a greater base. So throwing Needle this turn is actually a real feels bad here. Hey, Brad, what's up, dude? If you would come to Amsterdam, and I think Sergeant answered. Oh, gotcha. If you're asking, like, if I'm going to be at Amsterdam, I will not be there, Job, unfortunately. I wish I was making it to Amsterdam, but I'm just not going to be able to make it, buddy. I wish I could, but I can't. Oh, you'll love to see that. So we're going to take 2 here. Think that's, like, honestly, taking 2 is perfectly fine with us here. This is for 7. We can block exactly 7 to prevent the reload here. We get a Tiger and a Chi. We get to go... All right, we're going to work out our turn after we get through this here. 5 flashbacks? I mean, this is starting to feel real good. Like, the fact that we're still in this is kind of crazy. Checks distance to Lima. Okay. We're going to let our opponent know that we're thinking here. So, we can bonds for a mauling key. So, we have the ability to... I'm pretty sure my turn right now looks like play Be Like Water. Play Be Like Water. If it hits, we pitch this named Surging Strike. This is for 5. We pitch Chi, get a Tiger, go get Bonds. Bonds gets a Mauling Key out of the deck. Then from there, it is Tiger for 0, Chase the Tail, Tiger Mauling Key. That is 1. It's 1 for this, 2 for this, and 1 for the key. If they block this, we are resource short of being able to do everything we want. Which means there might be a world where we're not supposed to play the Be Like Water. Actually, if they block this, we just pay for this, right? And then it's go get the bonds, then pay for this, then pay. Yeah. So it's exactly the same no matter what. But if they don't block it, then we have the ability to add 2 additional points to our turn here. And nobody ever wants to block this. But we're about to see the value. We're going to name Surging Strike. This is 5 go again. Combo. I think Adam's in there. Dude, are you going to drop 4 hours and 20 minutes for a 5K? Like, actually? Because, I mean, listen, that's a long drive for a 1K. That's a long drive for a 1K, but if people are going to be making this trip, I'm just saying I could be convinced. That's all I'm saying. So we have to get Bonds here. Bonds is 4 go again. Allows us to get a Mauling Key out of the deck. I think we win the game this turn. My man said I'm in Aggro's Discord, but I never talk. Brother, I just appreciate that you're there, man. We do not have the resource for Needle this turn, which is unfortunate. But this is for 0. They don't need to block this, but it does enable our turn to work for us the way we want. And then we're looking at Chase the Tail, which is 4 go again. They have to give us at least 1 card here. They've already played 2 Rain Razors, so the odds that they have another one in their hand is unlikely, but it looks like they're pumps the rest of the way. And then this is for 3. My opponent just said good game in the chat. I'm going to say good game back to them. I don't like saying good game early because it feels like VM, but I like... And then Mauling Key for 5 on hit, take 1. Ends up closing the game out. All right, let's go. Let's go. You love to see it, boys. All right, so we get an early win against Azaelia, even though we had some rough draws and I made a mistake. So we dealt 20 damage on this turn. They blocked with 1 card, which means it was realistically only worth 23, and that was after I made a mistake. So I not playing super optimally here, but we still end up being able to get the we still able to get the W there, which, I mean, against Azaelia, you know, that's one of, I'm not going to say it's like an impossible matchup, but I think it's like one of the harder ones. Oh, hey, let's go. It's Sam. You like to see it. Let's go. We got Sam. Sam, good luck if you're hanging out in the chat, man. I don't know if that's random or not, but nice stream, Victor versus Zen. Yo, Ethan, thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. I enjoyed the games last night. Silas always makes it tough. So the 1 for 5 with Go Again's looking really good here. The weakest link is solid. Key Unleash being the 2 for 7 combo card, I think also has a lot of play here. This is probably a spot we don't want Warmonger's Diplomacies, although I am a little worried about going down to 29 blues. If I'm being completely honest, feels like our Transcend capability might be a little bit worse. But I think we'll run this. There's a lot of, I mean, I might want Command and Conquerors. I don't know. There's a lot of people are playing like Pauperish style decks, like, you know, playing like Phantasmaclasms and things like that. So let's try it like this and see what happens. I'm curious. Tire Swipe's probably never hitting, right? I mean, do we want some number of it as just a... Like, Tire Swipe's not a bad card, but the fact that it's a 0 for 4 feels like it can be awkward. Not that it's a 0 for 4, but the fact that it's not going to hit feels like it can be awkward. Let's leave it in. I think we're supposed to leave it in and run Kakara in this matchup. We are not able to transcend, so what we're going to do is we're going to pass. We're just going to pass, and we're just going to see what Sam goes for here. Arsenal, the Art of War seems okay to me. This hand... Chief called. This hand ain't it, fam. I mean, it's looking a little bit better, but we still don't have anything in our graveyard. The Talishar tournament, Job, starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time on the Saturdays. Hey, thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, brother. We're just going to hope that Sam doesn't have a pummel here. I think that's really our best option. So if I block with Chase the Tail and Mauling Key, I get to go Kakara, Descendant, Bonds, Banish nothing, unless he has a pummel, and then we're going to cry ourselves to sleep. I was like, I know that Sam was playing like the Sam was playing the like Guardian-esque style version of this deck for a minute. I don't know if he still is or not, but he was. Sounds like there's some frustration with the local game store. I mean, I definitely understand. Definitely understand that there can be frustration with a local game store from time to time. How far is it from you to Lima? Genuinely curious. Like, is that Lima? Like, is that in Ohio? Where is that? Tell me where that is, and I will. Let me know where. Let me know where that's at. Like, is that in Ohio? If it is, then I can look it up and tell you here, just out of curiosity. We don't have a one-coster over there. We could block with this and put that over there. Could be pretty good to get a looking for a scrap going here. We're starting to fill a little bit with combo cards. I think I would rather take 4 and play to... think I would rather take 4 here and play to blocking something else. Lima is pretty far. Definitely a plane flight to Peru. It's in Ohio? Yeah, after this game, let me look and I'll tell you where it's at. I'll tell you where I'm at in comparison. So let's block 5. We'll take 1 and then we'll go Kakara into 5 go again. Just to kind of put some pressure on, try to clear the board. There's nothing that Sam can take from us here. So this is just vanilla damage, which is okay. I'm kind of okay with that. I would like to transcend sooner rather than later, but right now that's not looking super great. All right, Lima, Ohio. While Sam's like, while we're letting Sam block here, let's see. Miles from here to Lima, Ohio. 7 hours and 12 minutes for me. Jesus. Okay, never mind. Like, got love for y'all, but there's not a snowball's chance that's happening, brother. Oh, 7 hours is wild, fam. And then we are gonna, I mean, the Descendant Gustwave getting banished, we have another one over there, so it's fine. Using this as a 1 for 5 with Go Again, I think has a lot of value for us, so lets us try to put Sam like down a little bit lower in life before we try to like have a big pop-off combo turn here. I mean, Descendant Gustwave into Aspect into Key Unleashed is a pretty solid turn, I think. We just have to be able to keep our hand. And we draw into a Spinning Will Kick. So I could block with the Gustwave, although I don't know if I really want to or not. Activate Enigma's fine. Homage puts Sam up to 32. We're going to take 2, fall down to 33. We also haven't seen a single trend Sin card. All of you guys are from the United States. Yeah, so I'm from the United States. Yep, Job. Are you close to Amsterdam, or is it like a trip for you to go to Amsterdam? Just out of curiosity. So this round's on me is going to be active. I think we'll just block here because this is more damage, so we can take 5, go to 28, 3 go again, into 2 go again, make a Tiger, Key Unleashed for 6, which will probably clear the board if I had to guess. Imagine being a cringe American having tournaments. Oh, Annabelle's just mad she doesn't get to play a lot. Like, which I understand. I would be frustrated by that too. That is a frustrating feeling. 7 hours away, 8 because time zone difference, I believe. Wouldn't be the first time I've drove over 7 hours for a 1K level event. Yeah, I don't think I've ever driven that far for like anything that wouldn't qualify me for like Pro Tour or Nationals or anything like that. Like that's too long of a drive for me for like a 1K worth of prizing, you know. We have a local tournament coming up. It's like a win a case kind of. It's not a win a case, it's a case tournament that we've got. I've been able to like talk one of our local stores into putting up. next at the beginning of August, which I'm pretty excited about. I need to actually get in our Facebook group and kind of like push that with everybody tonight. Yeah, I need to like push that with everybody tonight so that everybody knows what's going on. There was a part of me that wants to run Yellow Key Unleashed because it works with Tiger Stripe Shuko and it also is a resource curve. Something I thought about last night. I don't know if it's worth it or not. From France, not very far away from any European tournaments like Belgium, Poland. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome, man. Wow. And a Dense Blue Mist. All right, so this is going to be for one. For one, which means our Key Unleash is going to be a 2 for 5. But at least we're getting these effects out of the way now. It's definitely unfortunate and not where we want to be, but not much else I can do here. I don't get to play because I haven't got to play any Fab since the MST release. I mean, yeah, I get it. I'd be upset too, man. Like, I'm all about playing as much Fab as I can. I completely understand. I'm curious to know if Sam's going to go to 25 or if Sam's just going to start trying to add to the board here. Like, if he's going to go to 25 and try to add to the board or just give me a couple of cards. I guess it really depends on, like, what's in his hand. Okay. Gives me the weakest link, takes 2, falls down to 28. So it's 28 all. I would like to find a good hand here. Like one that I can transcend with and like set up. Okay, so I can pitch to play levels, play Passover, activate Zen, and then name Go Again. Play the Tiger, play Tiger Swipe. We gain a resource. We're going to banish your Command and Conquer, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like it matters. I would like to gain a resource. I am going to activate Zen. And what is good? So what I should actually do here... Here, I'm thinking a little bit here, trying to live outside the box. We have Mauling Key. We only have 2 left in our deck, so I don't want to be, you know, like too liberal here. We could, since we're gonna have 1 floating, we could get a Key Unleashed, which means we could play the Tiger for 1, or I'm sorry, for 0. And then pitch this to play Key Unleashed, or we could pitch this for Kakara and then play Tiger for 1. So it'd be 2, 1, and then 5 with an on-hit, which is better. So I am more interested in getting the Mauling Key here. And then when this happens, I'm going to name Go Again. I would have liked to have pitched 2 blues here, but I think this is one of the downfalls of cutting some blues from the list when we're trying to play into certain matchups. Midnight Madness 2, side events and all that. After the event, I'll do. That's awesome, man. Can also just do spinning for another 4. That's true. Spinning could have just been another 4. I feel like I should probably try to utilize the ability of Mauling Key while I can. There's not a ton of turns when I need a Chain Ender. A lot of times I will have one. So I'm trying to utilize my combo Chain Ender cards that don't have Go Again. Because this is a matchup where I don't have snaps. I'm not able to just, you know, use snaps on a whim whenever I want to give Go Again for something. Oh, I'm not going to have the resource for the key. Ooh, this was bad. This was a mistake. I have... Hang on. Also, my mouse is being weird. Can't play the Mauling Key. We're going to ask if he cares if we start over, because I just realized we don't have the resource available to throw this. So we're going to revert to the start of the turn since Sam's cool with me doing that. So I'm going to pitch this. We're still going to play this. I'm going to banish the Command and Conquer. We are going to gain a resource. Activate Zen. I'm going to have to unplug my mouse and plug it back in. It's doing that weird thing. So I guess what we're going to do is Is there any world where I can get a Chase the Tail here? I don't think so. Is it just 100 wins? Is 100 wins just our best option? I guess it is. It's unfortunate. Right? Or no, we should just get the 1 for 4 here. Since we have the resource floating and we're not going to use Kakara, we can just get the spinning Will Kick. Like Annabelle was talking about. So we get the spinning Will Kick, we go crouching, we go spinning Will Kick, crouching tiger, tiger swipe into potentially another tiger. So this is just the best play because we gain the resource here. Yeah, my mouse is like moving really slow for some reason. It randomly does this and I don't know why. My mouse just starts moving slow. It's very frustrating when Carly and I are playing Fortnite because like I'll just be fighting and all of a sudden I'm moving at like snail's pace for some reason. Yeah, Sam's a pretty cool guy. I appreciate that he's willing to let us take it back here. It's like Sam's a pretty chill guy. Appreciate him being willing to being cool with us undoing the turn like that because I know it was like more than like we were undoing more than just one thing there. To be able to back up and have to like pretty much start our turn over there. Also, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I tried moving like my box, like where my face is. Like I enabled the streamer mode or whatever and turned it on to see like how it would feel to like have the box up there, like my camera box. So let me know how you guys feel about that. Actually, the tiger would just be for 0 because Shuko triggers on tiger swipe, which means we're actually just trying to throw 5 more points here, which means Sam gives us a 3 block. Oh, actually, he'd have to block this out because Restless Coalescence won't prevent the damage here. I mean, yeah, I've got to have a Fortnite excuse, right? Exactly, Mello. What's up, buddy? How are you, man? Hey, Callier, what's going on? Annabelle said, listen to all the good decisions I make and ignore all the bad ones. I heard that, to be honest. Like, I felt that. That's, you're a real one for that. You're a real one for that. Because I get that. Ignore the bad things I do and enjoy the good plays that I make. All right, yeah. We're going to put Cheat in the swipe. And, I mean... that's fine. They're just going to put our Art of War on the bottom. All right, I'm going to have to fix my mouse now. It's driving me crazy. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, everything's back to normal now. So I want to pitch Harmony of the Hunt to play Levels of Enlightenment. And then we're going to Transcend, giving it go again. I mean, we'll gain the resource. I think it's fine. And then I'm going to play this. We will gain the resource. Activate Zen. All right, so let's think about this here. Hey, Josh, what's up, dude? Now that you don't need to run bonds, we're just running straight tigers. I like it. So we have Mauling Key here. Mauling, so there's what? There's 2 Mauling Keys left in the deck. There's 1 Tiger Swipe left in the deck. There's a Key Unleash we can run at the end of the chain here. We have Aspect of Tiger Body, which we can't use because there's no reds here. Spinning Will Kick seems fine. Chase the Tail and Mauling Key. This is a 1 for potential 6. This is just a guaranteed 1 for 7. Tiger Swipe would be a 0 for 4 with potential to make more. I think we're just supposed to do Chase the Tail. I think is just supposed to be the play here. It's just the card that actively presents the most damage. But maybe Sam just said you could get, if you could get 3 blues in pitch, you could get double go again. If I draw another one, it will feel bad that I didn't have my other blue card in my pitch zone. I like Tiger Swipe, considering it's the last one in the deck. I think we're going to get a Chase the Tail because I think it's the best thing we have here. Considering, like, but it feels so wrong to not play Tiger Swipe on a turn when we have the Chi. So we have draw card and buff power here. I mean, this just makes another potential thing here. It's a bit behind, but the box location for your camera is solid. Okay, cool. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hoping it's a... I was like, I'm definitely hoping it feels a little bit cleaner. Okay. So from here, we get to pitch the Chi to throw Kakara for 2. Now, Sam doesn't have a board he's protecting here, which is good because it means we're not fighting for the board, but I would also like for him to have a little bit of a board here. This is for 2. This one's going to be for 3. Or I'm sorry, this was also going to be for 2. The first one was for 2, 1 from the Chi we flipped and 1 from the Kakara. This is 1 from the Chi and 1 from the Shuko. We're going to use our resource here. We haven't drawn any cards, so like the hold the lines are not getting their value, which is awesome for us. Chase the Tail is a 1 for 4 with combo, which I like to see. Okay, Fate Foreseen. I mean, there's no on-hit effects here except for the Biting Breeze at the end, which is kind of cool. And then we have the Tiger, which is for 4. 1 from the Chi, 3 from the Chase the Tail. So just pushing damage here, which is good. And then we have the Biting Breeze, which is only for 1, but it does on hit make 1 more damage. So this is potential 2. So the old blue head jab here pretty much. We go again, overthinking. Yeah, I mean, I am thinking about what I'm doing here. I want to be thinking. I'm doing my best to like try and make like this deck look good. It's like one of the first decks that like the team and I have sat down have really built in a while. So I'm invested in trying to make it like look good post bans. But you know, you never know. Arsenal that, heck yeah. Activate Enigma. Does this hand want our pop-off equipment? I don't think so. I mean, I think we're just taking 2 here because we have 100 wins, Chi for something, Kakara into the weakest link, I think is what we're looking at here. Oh, let's go. Josh has got a big hydrate. Also, Caleb had a regular hydrate. Sorry, I missed that, Caleb. We got the regular hydrate for Caleb right there. And then after this game, I got you, Josh. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. I got you, brother. Okay, so 100 wins. And I love this because this also like forces the issue here. We've already fought through a dense blue mist and 2 this round's on me. So I mean, there's still a few cards left in their deck they could have here, but I think like, but still. Michael Paul just said drink in all caps. I love it. So we're going to go Homage. I think we want to gain the resource here. We're going to activate Zen, make a Tiger. I think we want to end on the weakest link, so I think we're looking at getting a 100 wins here. 100 wins is just a good-looking card. It's just a 0 for 4 at this point. We also get to play Preserve Tradition to flip to gain a resource. We have another 100 wins. So this 100 wins is for 5, which is looking real good. We're getting to push a lot of damage here. We, what do we want to put? We have, I think, Chase the Tail. Chase the Tail is like one of the better cards we can put back on the bottom of the deck here. Think that's good. I feel like the deck isn't changing. It gets like 3 red Fluster Fists and it's done. I mean, I think I don't know how I feel about that take, if I'm just being entirely honest. Like, and I don't mean that like if that sounds rude or anything, I apologize, but I think that the deck needs to change to fit the new metagame, like so that it still has like a like relevant place. And relevant place is obviously a stretch, right? Because Zen is still very good, and your take of just adding Flusterfist Sack makes a lot of sense. But I am definitely living in a world where I want to change the deck to try and find maybe a better version or a more interesting version. I don't like, again, so I hope that doesn't sound rude. Lunatic said, I see this as a Crouching Tiger now. It's a Crouching Tiger channel now. I mean, listen, man. We are making it happen. Why did Sam not block there? Like, was Sam throwing for, like, the theatrical value? Oh, he wanted to play Raging Spectre and then flip and then play Mirror Guy. I mean, it would have been really good if he would have like been able to flip it here. I mean, Sam definitely should have just blocked. That game shouldn't have been over. Although I have to say, it did feel like we were in a good spot that game. Like, if that game mattered, Sam would have blocked. I've seen Sam play. Sam's a good player. I know he would have blocked. I've seen him play too many times. Nah, game was over. Dude, Sam, get out of here. You're trolling, bro. Sam's just throwing for the channel. I think it still does, yeah. It's now like I do 35 damage instead of 40. I mean, so the idea of adding Red Fluster Fist in is like really cool. And I think if you want to play the like combo version of the deck where you're playing like Whelming Gustwave and stuff like that, then I think that's fine. But I don't know that you can play that version of the deck anymore with Bonds being gone. Like, you're probably forced to add in like a leg tap combo line and some random stuff. So I don't know. I'm interested to see if you find a list. If you find a list like that you like, you know, Zach, I'd be curious to see what you come up with and what you like here. He said, GG, risk it for the biscuit. I mean, Sam makes a point there that, like, you know, he was taking a lot of damage there after I cleared the board. And after that, he was like, you know, not doing much and then just passing back to me, which is ultimately a W for me in the long run, especially considering we had all 3 Artivores and all 3 Harmonies left in the deck and all of our equipment. I think we were in a good spot there. But anyway. All right, we got a big hydrate for Josh, and then I got to use the bathroom. So big hydrate, here we go. Oh, all right. Big hydrate. I'm going to get some more water. I'm going to use the bathroom. When I come back, we're going to be playing more Zen. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. All right, short break, and we're back. Yeah, Zach, buddy, I didn't take it as you being argumentative at all, man. Like, I genuinely love debating cards and decks and, like, choices and things like that. Like, I think it's a lot of fun to debate those things. So I definitely don't take it as you being argumentative at all. Like, it's cards. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's really just cards. We can disagree. And on top of that, like, I enjoy hearing other opinions and hearing what people have to say because it gives me a better outlook on the game and, like, kind of opens up my scope of how I think about the game, which I think is important. Josh said, time to do another one in 10 minutes. LOL. Also, I admit I was wrong. Blaze is crazy still. I mean, I'm definitely crazy. That's for sure. Cowley? Isn't this person real, like, a very, like, known Riptide main? I honestly don't know. I think they are. Hey, Enrique, what's up, dude? I am doing well. How are you, brother? You doing okay? I think I recognize this person from somewhere. Maybe we just want Command and Conquerors. We want to play our list with Command and Conquerors. Looking for a scrap's probably still a good card, I would think. So probably just going to add in some good cards here and just try to run it, right? Weakest Link seems not great. Key Unleashed turns on attacks because it's above rate. And then Censor is, like, I don't even know what we're naming here. So I think we're just looking at playing it like this, trying to transcend early. And, ooh, they're playing Barbed Castaway. So the fact that this has 2 modes and is a once per turn instant, I think is kind of like what they should have done with other equipment as far as, like, the game is concerned. Seek and Destroy to reload. Sleep Dart for 8. We're going to block 8, keep the Biting Breeze so that we can attempt to have a decent Transcend turn. We're blocking everything they're doing, and we're going to try to Transcend here. Now, we did not draw a Transcend card, which is rather unfortunate, but it's okay. So I think we're looking at Kakara, 100 Winds, Aspect into Tiger. Arsenaling the Be Like Water. I think that's the best play we have here. You hate Rippy, dude. How can you hate Riptide, Rob? Dude, Riptide's awesome, brother. Keep up the work. Yo, Simo, thanks, man. I appreciate it. We're trying to make the new deck look good. Doing everything I can here to make it look good. We're gonna see what we come up with, though. Riptide is probably a tough matchup if I had to guess. Frailty Trap. I mean, you gave me the Frailty Trap, the attack after I threw the weapon. Can't say that I really am following that one, to be honest, brother, but just hoping for a new meta. You like are you a big new player, Enrique? Are you, like, wanting to play a lot of new? Is that what you mean by that? And 1 from the Tiger because of the Kakara. We got to push 6 points of damage here and set up an arsenal, which is pretty good, I think. So we did not get to Transcend, which I don't like, but, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. We're probably going to block Sedation Shot. Okay, that's not good for us. 9. I don't even think we can block 9. Or, I'm sorry, 10. The aim counter. So, without having another blue in hand, this is actually kind of awkward. It's a little bit of a awkward hand here. So we can I mean, maybe there's a world where I'm just supposed to, like, play this out, right? Like, is there a world where I'm just supposed to play this out, play the Art of War and just try to go crazy, take 12 and then just try to go ham with the Art of War? It feels a little aggressive, but we could. We give them an arsenal, which I don't like, but we'll try it here. I don't know. We'll try it. Riptide main, Frailty Trap is bad and is in for that reason. You always lose value. Yeah, since they just swing the stick first. I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense. I'm kind of tempted to do this and hope that I mean, we would have to draw exactly 2 combo pieces, right? No, we wouldn't have to draw exactly 2 combo pieces. If they give me the glove here to block efficiently on the Be Like Water, Also, blue Be Like Water, I think, is going to be an all-star in the new Zen deck, by the way. Like, I think people are just going to be playing this. It is potentially a 0 resource cost if you have Petals out to transcend and throw Descendant Gustwave for an additional 2 points. Now, this is exactly what we wanted to happen. Now, I am going to buff and banish, and we're going to banish the Chase the Tail, keeping the Mauling Key, because the Mauling Key has a higher upside potential for what we want to do. Now, drawing another Mauling Key is a pretty big feels bad, but... So, we will let this happen. We didn't draw a combo piece, so we're not looking to actually name anything here. There's no relevant names other than Surging Strike in the deck, so... Oh, that's cool. News your first CC deck? Dude, that's awesome, man. What can you name this? Head Jab or... yeah, no, we're not going to name this anything. This is fine. So our opponent takes 1, and then we're going to play Homage and Transcend, which is exactly what we want to be doing. We will choose to gain a resource. We are going to go get a... Admittedly, this is a little awkward because there's not many things we can really make work here. I mean, it might just be 100 wins because we get the value out of playing 100 wins here. Spinning Will Kick. So we're looking at... we currently have 3 resources floating. Kikara for 2, Mauling Key for 1, Arsenal the Mauling Key, which means Spinning Will Kick is not a free card, quote-unquote. So we're looking at getting 100 wins here to make the value off of 100 wins work. So we get 100 wins. Yep, and then we're going to 100 wins for 4. Now, Art of War is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be a 1 for 4, which is below rate, and one of the risks we were taking with using the Art of War the way that we did. I actually should have gotten, since we have the inertia token, I should have gotten the Spinning Will Kick, because I could have pitched the Mauling Key to play the last Mauling Key here. But instead, it's just going to get inertiaed away, and we don't have a way to like snap and give this go again. But this is 6 on hit, lose a life. So, I mean, this would be quite a bit of damage here if they did take it. We've activated 0 reactions this turn, but... so we did just miss out on a point of damage on our turn by not getting the Spinning Will Kick, and took a potentially worse card out of our deck. We're going to inertia this first because it doesn't matter what we have here. I mean, pretty interested in arsenaling this. Did they just pass? I was like, bro, there's no way. That I appreciate your streams. I think you are very cool. Drew, I appreciate that, brother. I think you're very cool. It's actually kind of a shame that I haven't seen you in a long time, brother. And I mean that very, very sincerely. I was like, you're a really cool guy, and I like hanging out with you, man. So I actually hate that I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you've been doing okay, man. What do they get? A Sleep Dart? Turning off my hero ability? I mean, Aspect Tiger Body's probably the best card we can get, right? Levels of Enlightenment also has a very good effect. Not the one we're looking for here, though, I don't think. Mauling Key? No, we have 2 left in the deck that we can get out, so we should just get the Aspect, right? No, we want to get to 100 wins because we want to leave a card. We want to leave some cards in here that we want to get value out of. They get a Sleep Dart, which means our hand is probably just block with Harmony, 100 wins, throw whatever they have, like whatever we get back, play the Warmonger's Diplomacy, and Arsenal the Gust Wave, which means we should get 100 wins. Is that even this good? No, it's not. So we want to get the Mauling Key. Yes, we get Mauling Key. And we discard 100 wins. I think this is the play here. I'm going to block 3, go Kakara in for 1 into Mauling Key for 4, Arsenal the Gust Wave, and we have our equipment set up for when we need it. So I think ultimately this is the best line we could take, and we're leaving the same Mauling Key in our graveyard to put us in the spot we want. So it's just a value exchange turn that we have here, and we're just trying to play a good value turn. Also, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. A lot of things y'all can be doing on Tuesday night, so I appreciate y'all hanging out with me while we're trying to look at what a post-ban Zen could look like. Now, it is interesting because after reading some Twitter things, like some people are just saying, play Kano. Like, you just get high-rolled way less by Zen. You should just be playing Kano. Like, I've heard quite a few takes in the new metagame of what people should be playing. And I don't know, I'm intrigued to see what people actually end up playing. So they're going to activate Barb Castaway. If you do, put an aim counter on it. So they're pitching that just to get use out of it. I mean, we don't even care about this, do we? This is just 6. Is our turn... block with levels, take 3, and then pitch Descendant to play Descendant and Command and Conquer, and Arsenal this Descendant? I think so. I mean, they know the Command and Conquer is coming, so it's a little bit less effective, but it still has value here, right? What could I possibly be doing on a Tuesday night when I'm stuck at work every Tuesday night? I mean, if you're stuck at work, then yeah, I mean, I feel like hanging out with people in the community and hanging out with friends. I should have thrown the one from hand. It saves the point. They didn't know that was in my arsenal, and then they know I'm arsenaling this. That was just a terrible mistake on my part. Collapsing Trap, also like big value play for them. So that's real feels bad for me. Now, we would have just discarded the Command and Conquer and thrown the Kakara like we did anyway, but we would have had a better arsenal target. So this was just a big flop of a mistake here on my part. Also, I mean, I guess we've seen one Art of War, and it's turn 5. Just feels like it's been more than 5 turns. I think that's the one thing I don't miss about playing aggro decks is like just the more you play. Man, is that the 3rd codex already? Jesus, it is. So this is 9. I mean, I really don't want to take 9, but my hand doesn't like. It's 3 blocks and some 2 blocks here, so what does my hand look like? We have yet to see a red bonds, which means, I mean, statistically, we're probably due for one, right? So if I take 9, go to 13, and then take 2, go to 11, I'm then able to go Be Like Water. If it hits, pitch this for a resource, play this, triggering Shuko, which would make this for 4. And then it is... I could search here, right? I could get the Chi. I'd have to block everything, though. I would have to block 9 to be able to comfortably get what I want. So if I was to block 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... I could get the Chi to get me the bonds, which could then go get me the Mauling Key. Sorry, I'm trying to think here about what I want to be doing. So it would be block 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blocking the Spinning Wheel Kick. No, I would save 2, 4, 5. Man, this is like just awkward enough. So if I block everything with all the equipment and the aspect of Tiger, I go get a red bonds, which means it's Be Like Water. No, because it's not going to hit. Like this like ruins everything. So I think I'm just supposed to go to 11 and then hope that my hand next turn is like really good and play out my hand, I think is what I'm supposed to do. I like Brad, I think that like your statement has a lot of validity, if I'm being honest. The fact that Kayo is like one of the best receivers of the ban announcement and what's happening. So I think that's a very true statement. So we're going to go Bonds for 1, or I'm sorry, Gustwave for 1. This is not a very powerful hand, but we do get to push some value. Spinning Will Kick for 4. Maybe I'm supposed to keep one of the Gustwaves to pitch. I mean, that's fine. I don't really have an on-hit effect. So this is 3, make a Tiger. If we draw an Art of War, we're probably just indefinitely going for it here, right? Hey, Troll, what's up, dude? I mean, I feel like Bolton actually gets some points in the metagame, too. Bolton just has a really bad Kano matchup, right? Like, it's like a really bad matchup. Okay. I like that it's +4 regardless. And then you get to flip it face up to put a name counter on it. So this is for 8. I do not feel like this is the hand we want at all. I seriously think we're just supposed to, like, block it out and pass. Maybe I'm not supposed to block everything. Maybe I'm supposed to block Tiger Swipe and 100 wins and go Kakara into looking for a scrap. Because we have a blue Gustwave over there. And we're just biding time until we get to an Art of War. Or like a better hand. Because I don't really think this is the power hand that we're looking for. So this blocks for 2. And this blocks for 2. We take 4. They give a counter on the Stride, if I had to guess. And then we have a... We are going to 6, which is a little skeptical, but I don't know. Bolton has a fantastic Kano matchup. Bolton's good into Kano. You guys are the first people I've ever heard say that, so I'm curious to know like why that is. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm genuinely curious because I've never heard a Bolton say that before, so I am curious. Spell Void and the Soulbound chess piece are pretty brutal. Okay, I mean that makes fair. Mello said all warriors hate Kano. I know that Dory had like the Axe's version of Dory like had a decent matchup into Kano, I feel like. Is what I was always told. That it had like a decent pairing into it, so Bolton has Spell Void 4 on 2 pieces and equip. Okay, so that's fair. I mean, if you're running Dawnblade, I know that a lot of people for a while were running just axes, like post Dromai, so... But I mean, Spell Void 4 is pretty good, I would say. I'm gonna refresh here in case it's me. Normally, I'm the drama. We're gonna go to 5 off the trap here, and this just has to be our hand. We don't really have another choice. Like, this is it or it's not, unfortunately. So this is for 7 with an aim counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The aim counter is actually relevant enough to where I am supposed to keep a damage or resources. I would assume damage. We block 7 like this. Keep the Shuko. My man said, brute life, baby. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we've already seen their good trap, the go again trap. We just have to worry about the buff trap, which I think is out of the deck. I am the drama of right. That's absolutely. Is one of Kano's worst matchups. This is coming from a Kano. Of course, Bolton still needs to be teched. I mean, that's fair. Like, you have to know how to play against it, right? That's kind of like the always underlying text of playing, that's like the underlying text of always playing into Kano, I feel like. Also, like, kind of having a stroke there. All right, bye, Mr. Bot. You're getting banned. We don't buy viewers. We let people make fun of me on this channel so that they come back and be viewers. So we're going to preserve tradition. Let's see. What do we want back in the deck? There's not really like a lot of things missing from the deck. So, well, we have one red Descendant Gustwave in the deck. We only have one spinning Will Kick. So let's put Command and Conquer on the bottom of the deck. I feel like that's probably the best play here. And then we're going to go buff and banish. We're going to banish the Tiger. This did not really get us where we wanted to be, unfortunately. So we're going to play this to push it over the top. Now, the question is, what does our turn look like? So Chase the Tail is not really an option. We didn't draw a Descendant or a Bonds. We haven't seen a Bonds all game, which I feel like is pretty unfortunate. But we can go get a Descendant. We can name Be Like Water here, right? So if we name Surging Strike off the Art of War, the Descendant is a 1-for-5 at this point, which I feel like is just better than anything else we're doing, because we're not going to have a red attack to get value out of the aspect of Tiger Body here. Spinning Will Kick is just a value play because it's a 1-for-4 or 5. This is also a 1-for-6. So Descendant is better here. And if they play it, we should have waited until this hit, and then we should have did this. Last stream, what was the max damage on that turn? Silas had a 55-point turn against me last night. We are going to name Surging Strike, yes. And then it's going to be Descendant Gustwave for 6. He assumes Bonds is incoming. At least I assume he does. I would be on the assumption if I was my opponent that Bonds was incoming. I'm going to Arsenal the Passover in hopes that we can make something happen here. So Kakara for 2, which is pretty good. And then Crouching Tiger is going to be for 1, 2, 3 because of Shuko. And then Mauling Key for 6 on hit die, more than likely. I always dreaded the Kano matchup as Bolton, but maybe I'm just tilted as soon as I see Kano. So, Drew, I honestly think that's a really big part of it, is that people very much so just, like, tilt into oblivion against Kano. Like, I think it happens very often. If I'm just being truthful. I think it happens a lot, to be honest. Wow, they're trying to only give me 1 card here. Which, I mean, they're trying to keep their hand to, like, push a lot of damage at me. It makes sense. You know me, I'm always on Rhinar. Sometimes Kayo calls me. I mean, hey, like, Kayo's a great deck, man. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with playing that deck. Deck's very good. Gosh, if we're able to keep this hand. Now, we're not going to be able to keep this hand. My hope is that I can block with Levels and Shuko here. I'm going to take 2 and go to 3. And we're going to hope that they don't... Oh, they have to put 2 cards to activate Glove. I think we might have fallen short of our turn here. We have bans and the only cure is more cowbell. I love that. Riddler, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? All right, so give me a card. I want your cards, Towley. This guy's like a pretty well-known Riptide player, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think. What do we want to banish as far as arrows we don't want to have to fight against again? So if we activate Zen, we're able to pitch Art of War to throw Kakara and then throw Zen and Tiger Swipe and win the game. Think that just wins the game here? It's 2, 1, and then 4. So unless they have a 0 for 4, which, I mean, it's possible. We go and get a Tiger Swipe here, and I think this ends the game because this takes a card. Tally's pretty active on the Riptide Discord. I mean, that puts me to 2. Yep. I mean, so that just makes my Crouching Tiger a 0 and I go to 2. And then this is for 4. And even if you have a trap here, they just said good game, so I think they're dead. Oh no, I'm dead? Oh man, that is unfortunate. Wow, I was not expecting to die there. The trap. Yeah, that was interesting because, man, well played, opponent. Well played. That was good. I was not expecting the pitfall trap there. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about playing around it. We went to 3. So, by my opponent blocking with 2 cards in the first 2 chains and then saving this for the buffed attack, he knew he was able to get me because of the pitfall trap. He was able to reload it with his trap. Man, so he literally had to have pitfall trap there to kill me. Wow, what an ending to that game. Well played. Well played. Drew the cards when you need them. And man, yeah, I'm still like, I was kind of in shock there for a minute. Well played by my opponent. That was a good game. Man, I thought we were about to be the old 3-0 there, but I guess not. Tally put us in the rinse cycle, son. Oh man, that was a good play. Yeah. Chilling tonight, playing some First Descendant and X Defiant. So I tried playing. I haven't played First Descendant, but I tried playing X Defiant for a while, and like the game seems cool. I don't know, like it just seemed. I guess I'm just like I don't play that many like Call of Duty like style shooter games anymore, so I don't know. It's a cool game though. We cut Warmongers here in this matchup earlier, so we'll just play 61. And we'll run Kakara. Shoo! Those are the kind of losses where you can only laugh about it. Yeah, no, I mean like my opponent played the game very well. I am not upset at them in the slightest. That was a very good, well played from them. So we have a couple of options here. I can go Harmony of the Hunt, getting a tiger, play this, throw Kakara, throw the tiger, throw the other tiger, Actually, I can Arsenal the other one, right? And then throw the Mauling Key at the end to push some damage here. Making sure I'm counting right, but I think I am. So this makes a Tiger in my hand, which is cool. I'm not gonna lie, like I low-key kind of hope Tally gets to see my reaction to that game, because I was not expecting to lose that game. That was fun. Yeah, we're gonna gain a resource here. And then it is... Ooh, actually, do we get to play Chase the Tail here? We do, right? We could play Chase the Tail and Mauling Key, or I could throw Kakara and then... So I could go Kakara, Tiger, Chase the Tail, or activate, get Chase the Tail, play Tiger, and then Arsenal Mauling Key. That's a great hand here, actually. I'll go back and watch the game. Tally, like, was well played, man. I was not expecting the trap at the end, brother. As I'm sure you were. When you said good game, I thought you were saying, like, oh, like, good game, I've lost here. And then I realized that was not the case. So that was good. That was good, man. All right, so my opponent decides to take 2 here. We're going to activate this. We are going to get a Chase the Tail. Chase the Tail is for 4, and then Crouching Tiger will be for 3. So we're getting to push a good amount of damage here and still Arsenal what I would call like a quote-unquote power card here off of Mauling Key. Mauling Key is it's a good 1 for 5, is like the floor of the card in my opinion. So I think this is okay. And we have there are a lot of turns where we can use Mauling Key. So that's where I think I'm landing on that being okay. This hand's awkward. Feels awkward anyway. Yo, let's go. Riddler gifting out a membership to Mello, dude. Thank you, Riddler, man. I really appreciate that, brother. That means a whole lot, man. Thank you so much. Ooh, that's interesting. That makes our hand worse. And then 7. I can block 2, throw the weakest link in Arsenal Aspect. Well, no, I don't need to Arsenal. Right? I don't need to Arsenal here because I'm going to get a Ponder token. So I'm going to get a different card to Arsenal, and I'm pretty okay arsenaling almost anything here. I could go to 33 and get a Tiger. Kakara, Tiger... No, I don't like that. I think we're just supposed to block efficiently, keep life totals up, play unfortunately a little into their game plan here, which is like where we're playing a slower, more fair game. But I still think we're in an okay spot here to do what we're trying to do here. I don't know. This still feels okay to me. Because the weakest link is a card that normally they have to block. This is one of those spots where like I'm wondering, would Command and Conquer just be better? Or do they have an instant speed aura they just want to flash in? I don't know. It's always a tough decision to make in my opinion. Like I never know exactly what is correct. I don't know, like what I should be doing exactly. While like which card would be better is what I mean. So while there's a break in the action, guys, if you are a subscriber on Twitch or a member on YouTube, remember, link your Discord to your Twitch or to... Surprised they didn't just give the 3 there. Interesting. Remember to link your Twitch and or your YouTube to Discord so that you can get access to the benefits that come with that. There's a whole section of Discord that it opens up to, and it also gives you access to vote on what I play once a week while we're hanging out. Is this a pummel? Tunic's not up, so it feels like he wants to use this for the 1 here. So I think I just need to be okay with letting this go, I think is where we're at right now. We need to block 6, get his equipment out of the way now. No. Keeping the Bastion just to keep the Bastion here? So be like water. We're gonna play Passover. We'll banish the Command and Conquer, I guess. I don't know. We will gain a resource. We are going to pay to name Surging Strike. We're gonna throw Descendant Gust Wave for free. Pretty good here to be able to throw this like this. So this is 5 go again. Then we're going to go get a Bonds, which is going to get Tiger Swipe. We're going to have a Tiger in our hand. The Tiger's going to be for 1 because of Shuko. Tiger Swipe's going to be for 4. On hit, make another Tiger, which doesn't really have much value, to be honest, but I still think it's an okay play. It's probably the best play we're making here off of a no resource hand. Tiger Swipe, I mean, we could get like Aspect of Tiger Body, which doesn't really help us. So the best like 0 cost card we have here is Tiger Swipe. It's just kind of propelling the like 0 for 4 strategy of being able to push damage here is what we're going for. Oh. And then this is 4. On hit, make a Tiger in our Banish Zone. I kind of wish it was make a Tiger in our hand, because that would be... If you made Tigers in your hand, it would be insane. Max was talking earlier about how he really likes playing... About how he really wants to play... having a stroke right now. He really wants to play Tooth and Nail or Tooth and Claw or whatever it's called, and I have yet to find a way to fit that card into the deck. Sorry, I'm trying to think about this turn here. Feels like there should be something we should be able to do with the levels to get both modes here. I mean, I can draw a card. Like, I can go 5 draw a card on it. So I can go Gust Wave into Kakara into pitch this for 5 draw card and set up an arsenal here, which might be the better line here. He said, did someone say Tooth and Claw? I did. I did say Tooth and Claw. I mean, so... Max, have you seen a lot of success with that card? Because it's one of those cards that I haven't really found a way to play yet, but I would be interested in it. It feels like there's not enough cards that say make a Tiger in your hand. Feels like you would need to be on like red Harmony of the Hunt as well as blue, which could just be correct. That could just be the play that we're looking to make. One of the things that's awkward about this hand is that I also want to arsenal one of the Ancestral Harmonies. Yep, that's a pretty good line here. And then Kakara for 2. When you say yap, what do you mean, Mello? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I just want to make sure I understand. I play 6 Harmony plus 6 Tiger Form. Tiger Form. I'm not sure what Tiger Form is. I have to look. We're going to go draw card and buff. And arsenaling red Bonds is pretty good here. I mean, we've played a blue Gust Wave and a red one. They're blocking with a pummel. Interesting. Just trying to save some value. Activate Enigma on my end step. Yep. And then they're going to also activate Enigma on their turn, which makes sense. Bonds was never in my deck, so Max is sitting over here just laughing. Oh, need the red Harmonies? Yeah, I mean, I definitely think you need the red Harmonies. Like, if we're going to play Tooth and Claw like style deck, then I 100% think that's the truth. I think that's really the only way to do it. Be Like Water is a good card to banish, or one of our Harmony of the Hunts. Also, like, this is a little awkward. I mean, our hand is looking for, like, 100 wins, looking for a scrap Bonds, which is just not bad. Blitzstream win. So with Skirmish Season and the Talishar tournament being right around the corner, I am actually interested in having one pretty soon. Like I wanna start practicing some blitz. I need to be ready for skirmish season. I want to win a mat, if I'm being entirely honest. So I want to win a mat. I want to have one. So I'm probably gonna play. We're probably gonna have a couple of blitz streams coming up in the next like couple weeks. Probably what I'm gonna do, honestly, for people is if you're a member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch, we're probably gonna have like a couple of blitz streams like a week, and I'm going to put multiple decks in that section of the Discord, so that people can just vote on which blitz decks they want to play. Because the joy of blitz is that the games go so fast. You know, in a 3-hour stream, I can play 2 different blitz decks and get 3 or 4 games in for each of the heroes, and so it's a good way for me to be able to play multiple heroes. And so I don't know, I think that might be something, and we'll just let people start picking the blitz decks we're going to play and test and kind of give people an idea of what we're looking at here. Made a few edits for mine as I don't have the same card pool. What do you mean you don't have the same card pool? Giving 2 tigers in hand is common. Having 3 happens once in like 5 games. Yeah, so I kind of feel like it's the same thing with like, like how Phoenix form was. Like Phoenix form was, I felt like at times like you could make it happen, where you put all of them on the chain, but it was very difficult to do. So I want to make sure I'm looking at this right. We have Descendant Gustwave, Bonds. Bonds goes and gets a... All right, so hang on. Let's think about this. It's Gustwave into Bonds. We're going to tell our opponent that we're thinking here. Bonds goes and gets a... We're not going to have multiple tigers to get a Chase the Tail. We also don't really have the resource. Well, we do have the resources, but we don't. So if we go get an Aspect of Tiger Body, it'd be the last one in our deck. We would... So, yeah, it's Gustwave, Bonds, get Aspect of Tiger, play Tiger Body, make a Tiger, play Tiger Body, play Aspect of... We could Arsenal this one, actually. And then we could throw the Tiger for 1 because of Shuko, and then Key Unleashed and take 7. So this is good. Blitz decks, you say? Victor Blitz is... Dude, I love Blitz Victor, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. Blitz Victor is where it's at, fam. But yeah, no, I think it'd be fun if you guys were like picking like through multiple decks. And I also think I would be like pretty inclined to like take submissions from people during Blitz. I mean, and people to take submissions from would like 100%... At the top of that list would be like members and subscribers and stuff like that, obviously. But so Aspect of Tiger Body, we get the last one in our deck, and then it gets to be 3 go again, and we're like, I think we're applying a good amount of pressure here. Tooth and Claw feels less clunky than Pouncing Key. I mean, the fact that it costs 0, like is an automatic 0 for 4, makes sense. I can see that. I can see that. I linked you a Tiger deck from the Purple Discord I've stolen and modified and found good luck with. Oh, thanks for sending that over, man. I appreciate it. Not a member, but I hope to see some Blitz Briar. Oh, Briar definitely be on the list. Like, Briar is too fun of a deck to play, in my opinion, to, like, not have, like, played one night. I enjoy Briar. I never got to play Briar during CC. Like, when I was new to the game, Briar was very good, and I didn't fully understand the game yet. So I wasn't able to comprehend why Briar was as good as she was at the time. But I would really like to be able to play like CC Briar now. So being able to play a Blitz version of it is like what I have to settle for. And I think ultimately like not a bad thing for me. I mean, block everything. I think this is an okay hand to just block everything and just try to go ham here. We've used all of our equipment pretty wisely, I would say. So I want to use my Chi to activate Zen. But then it's like real awkward using the Art of War. So I think I need to... Maybe I wasn't supposed to block here. Maybe I was supposed to wait just a little bit here. So let's go Art of War. Let's pitch a Descendant Gust Wave. We're going to buff and banish. And we're going to banish the Crouching Tiger. Obviously, like that's the really the only real play here. And then we have this for 4 go again. Thank God they're not playing Stonewall Gauntlet into us. Like, just makes it to where I have to think so much less. And I know that sounds really lazy, but it's true. It's a truth. I mean, this hand's cracked. Pitching the Descendant Gust Wave was okay. Normally, I'm not a big fan of pitching reds to play Art of War, but I think with the way this hand lined up, it's okay. So here, we're going to go get red bonds. Oh, we don't have bonds in the deck? I 100% thought we had a bonds left in the deck. Ooh. Well. Man, did we just block with one too many there? I blocked with one early, I forgot about. Okay, so we're going to get Chase to Tail. I've made a mistake, and we're going to have to calculate more accurately now. It's okay, though. I think this is okay. We're going to go Aspect of Tiger Body for 4 go again here. This hand is still good enough to press and use a lot of damage here. Probably, well, double D react is pretty rough, but... And then we have Crouching Tiger from Banish Zone for 1. Yeah, not having the... Not having that was awkward there. And then they get Prevention. We're going to go Chase the Tail for 5. They have some Prevention floating. Max wants to list as well. I like it. I like it. And then we have Tiger for 4. $100 wins for 4. And then another 100 wins for 5. So not quite forcing a block from their hand, but I mean, they were like at 17 blocked with a lot of cards, 17 or 18, and we got their whole hand here, so I think that's okay. Preserve Tradition. Do I have to target a card first, I guess? I guess we're gonna go Bonds since we don't have any left in the deck, because we'll have some things we can tutor for. And then we're going to play Sacred Art. We create 2 tigers. This flips into Chi. This flips into Chi. We're gonna go Art of War. Buff and banish. We're gonna banish one of our tigers here. We're gonna go buff and banish to draw 2 cards. Our opponent just said good game in the chat. I'm not gonna say anything just yet because I mean, to be honest, it kind of feels like BM, and I'm just you guys know how I feel about that kind of stuff, so I try to stay away from it. Spinning Wool Kick does not work here. If I go get another Spinning Wool Kick, I need another resource. But I do have a pretty good hand. I can go get a 0-coster here, which is just Tiger Swipe, right? So the Tiger Swipe, we get to go Tiger, Tiger Swipe, Spinning Wool Kick, Tiger, Mauling Key. Before pitching the other card. I mean, yeah, I guess we could have just transcended there, right? It just would have been good enough. So it is Tiger. Probably lead on the Spinning Wool Kick, but I want to give away less information here. And then we're going to go Tiger Swipe for 5. I know that this probably isn't going to hit. Oh, they're just saying good game here. Okay, so our turn, like that hand blocked fine in my opinion. So we were going to go Tiger Swipe for 5, into Spinning Will Kick for 5, Crouching Tiger for 2, into Mauling Key for 6. So, I mean, I think that was a hand that was going to get there ultimately. I mean, it didn't really matter, but it still was the correct play, which I'm trying to make the correct play as often as possible. So I appreciate you pointing that out. No, that was definitely a better play to transcend, just to have more transcend cards in the deck. Let's see if we can join this game here. All right, this is supposed to be a tough matchup. At least I think it's supposed to be a tough matchup. So I don't really know how to board. We definitely want the Kakara here. I think we want Key Unleashed, and we definitely want Command and Conquer, and I think we're just supposed to play 65. I don't know that we're supposed to be on that many cards, but I think being fatigued is a real concern. So playing more cards than less is okay, I think. 32 blues, and we don't draw 1. Awkward. I hate to let them filter, but I think we have to. I think we have to here. I hate to let them filter, but we need to. And then we're just going to Arsenal the Gust Wave here. Of course, I guess Arsenaling the Gust Wave probably isn't the correct choice. I can block with Mauling Key. Yeah, that's fine. That's awkward. The fact that this also draws a card is ridiculous. Like, this card is not okay. This is one of the few cards that I'm like a firm believer is like just actually not okay to have in the format. So to Brad's point here, I don't think that fatigue is their main option. I hear what you're saying, but I do think it's something that they're probably trying to push. They want to fatigue us, like they want to be playing like a longer game, and I think more cards plays a better long game for me. Yeah, we're gonna take the 1. I hate not blocking the Scale Peeler here, but I think that's what we're supposed to do. There's not really a way to generate a Tiger, so I think we're maybe just supposed to block 3. And just throw 7. This could, like, technically scare our opponent a little bit because we could have the bonds here. News deck is full of not okay. I mean, that's very true, Mello. That's very, very true. A lot of cards in their deck we don't want to have to play against or have to see here. So we're also probably trying to use Kakara as much as possible here this game to avoid like a fatigue strategy. So I've been told this is a really bad matchup, actually, for me, not for them. I've heard this is a really bad matchup. Part of me wonders if I'm just supposed to play this. I mean, probably, right? Like, we're probably just supposed to take the chances when they pop up. Spinning Will Kick's just a better card, so we're going to get rid of the Descendant. And we did not draw the Tiger Swipe. Or, I mean, we did not draw the Bonds. So we have a pretty lackluster hand all the way around. Like, this is not a great hand. But it is what it is. Siren's Call can miss and put the new down a resource. It's more a risk than you might think, but yeah, it's great when it works. So I think that like my natural argument for that is like the percentage of time that it misses is probably like so low. Every deck in the format is playing like somewhere between 22 and 30 blues almost. And if they're not, they're probably not playing the best deck, right? So I don't know, like saying that Siren's Call can miss is kind of like saying that Trounce isn't like the best card in Victor because I can lose on clashes. I hear what you're saying, Written, but I just don't know that I fully agree with it. I have a pretty hard and fast opinion on Siren's Call, that it is a very strong and just overpowered card that should not be in the format. I think it's a very unfair card. Is this the third weakest link? The second one? Just the second one, okay. But unfortunately, we have to block it because I can't transform this at instant speed. Oh, no. Sorry, that's not what I'm supposed to do. We're going to apologize to our opponent here. I'm going to block 7. We're just going to Arsenal here. Siren's Call is a bit much. They pull cards that have no defensive value even. I mean, I agree. I think it's too good. I think the card is just too good in general. Like, I have a pretty hard and fast opinion on that. Want to play around Siren's Call? Just play Bolton. Somebody told me last night that I should just play an all an all yellow Victor deck. Just like play around it that way. Just all yellows all the way, which I thought was funny. I think I'm willing to block 9. If they have a hiss into like a Command and Conquer, I cry myself to sleep. But blocking 9 on a 4 is probably pretty safe, and they're just going to pass. They're just happy taking cards out of my deck. So I'm going to play Biting Breeze, which is fine. We have, what, 1 Tiger Swipe left in the deck? It's the one I pitched at the beginning of the game. Then you play as Azaelia and miss. Okay, sure. So Max makes a good point. That is like the argument that like I think like Written was trying to make, is that you can miss against certain heroes, but I think majority of them are, I don't know. I just think majority of them are in a good spot. So we're gonna make a Tiger, and I think I'm gonna get the 1-for-4 here. I think it's just the 1-for-4, right? It's just Chase the Tail here. I think it's just Chase the Tail. We could get a Mauling Key, but I think Chase the Tail's better. So it's Tiger for 1 because of Shuko, into the Chase the Tail for 4, into the Tiger for 3. So we get to push basically 7 extra points here with this card, as opposed to pushing a 5/6, more than likely just 5. Now our opponent did not block, which is interesting. So unfortunately, this hand is kind of lame. You don't run it if you're going to miss. I assume when you say that, you mean like you don't run it in matchups where you're going to miss. Just side Siren's Calls out. Okay, yeah, so you just side them out. I mean, that's fair. That does make a lot of sense. Yeah, the Tiger was really good there. Josh said F your taxes. Lol. Oh, he got another big hydrate going. I did not know what Josh was talking about. So we could make this hand pretty good, right? Like, this hand has like a lot of potential value. We can block Key Unleashed, Stride, and Traverse, but then they just do a Rousing Wave. So I think we're better off to just block here, take 4, go Kakara into Mauling Key, Arsenal to Key Unleashed, and know that we have a good Chain Ender in our arsenal, which I think has a lot of value personally. This is a card that I'm very curious to test. It hasn't seen a lot of play since Dynasty, but I think its value as just a good 2-for-7 against new Victor, all these decks that want to block a lot, I think is very good. So I don't know. It's also one of the first cards I would consider cutting in certain places. Yeah, Banish not showing while you're thinking like on the chain and stuff, it does mess me up too. I completely get that, Mellow. I completely understand. It's one of the, like, it's more complicated than it like seems initially. So they blocked with 2 Justinix. Like, if they take a red, it's fine. If they take a blue, it's kind of rough. The problem is, if they have a hiss, this comes in for 4. I could block. Let's think about this for a second. I mean, if they have the last just a nick, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, it's just bad for us. I could also just say no blocks and kind of like keep the hand the way it is. We could just take a tiger, right? There's no more weakest links in their deck. I mean, if they use black tech here, it kind of feels bad. But I don't know. Like, this is the problem. New holds all the power when she's attacking. What do they banish? Mauling Key, and then they gotta chase the tail. So we get to keep all of our blues. I'm just gonna block. So with the trigger on the stack, I'm just gonna play the grains because I don't want to give them a potential silver. All right, so there's one Art of War left in the deck. The aspect, like the concept of them banishing the Art of War is feels bad for us. I mean, I don't know if the game's free, but them giving up 2 of those is very good for us. I am inclined to agree with you there. I hate this because we have to decide how we want to block now, which ultimately feels really bad. Like, the Scale Peeler just eats our blocks alive. And it's all about what's the rest of their hand look like, you know? I think we're going to go for it. This hand's pretty good, and I think we can push a lot of damage with this hand with the Chi here. I don't know. This could be wrong. If they have a Siren's Call here, we just cry because they get to take the Chi. I'm taking a chance that with whatever they do next, I can block Warmongers, all of my equipment, and Stride. Which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if they use a Venomous Bite, this goes to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So blocking 8 is not technically enough if it's a Venomous Bite. If it's the last just a nick, it's really bad. This plays around Hiss. I think we're going to block like this and try to take a calculated risk here. I think we have committed to our line. This is honestly one of the situations where I miss Gauntlets of Iron Will. They're going to activate Mask of Recurring Nightmares. Do I just banish the Crouching Tiger? And then go... Hang on, I'm trying to think. Tell our opponent we're thinking here. What can we search for? If we banish Tiger, I'm able to go 100 wins, Aspect, play Tiger. I have this as resources for this, which means I can pitch this to get another Tiger. And I have 1 floating. So play this, play the Tiger, pitch this for the 1 for 4. Play the 1 for 4. Play the Tiger, have 2 floating, play this. Okay, hand's good. Did you manage to get on stream? What do you mean, Ahmad? And if this is like a leave no witnesses, we just cry. I actually think this is okay. I'm not sure. What do you mean that I managed to get on stream? If you mean at U.S. Nationals, no, I didn't. Unfortunately, I had a pretty bad national showing. To be honest, I didn't play very well. The Gust Wave is strictly for resources here, Mello. I mean, I assume they're naming Art of War or Harmony there, which is perfectly fine with me. So I'm hoping this hand is enough to put us in the driver's seat. I don't know. Yeah, no, I had a 1-3 showing at US Nationals. I did not play very well, nor did I draw very well. And when you put those together, it just ended kind of rough for me. Play the Crouching Tiger. If he had named Crouching Tiger, which I think he should have, my opponent should have, we would have been in a really bad spot. I was like, there's got to be one more, right? So, Chase the Tail for 4, go again. Tiger for 3, go again. Key Unleashed for 7, go again. Or not go again, but 7. Yeah, I assume they would have named Art of War there. It's what I would have named, but them also, like, naming Tiger would have been a very good hit for them. I mean, I think we're just taking this, right? Like, we just don't care about this. They get to go to 7, but this is a little weird. We're forced to make a decision. They don't get to Arsenal a card. Well, actually, if they hit a blue, they do. So we could banish the Passover or the Harmony of the Hunt. It's probably just the Passover. Banish Passover, throw Command and Conquer, Arsenal the Art of War. I think that's the play we're going to make here. Yeah, I agree. It was kind of a wild decision for them not to name one of those. I think it was probably just strictly wrong. Strictly speaking, I think it was like just objectively wrong to not name. Crouching Tiger or Art of War. Probably just supposed to name Crouching Tiger, right? Like at all times. It's probably just always the play. I think... Okay, so they're going to give this go again. Activate new. I assume. How do you get custom card art in Talishar? So Bando, good question. If you're talking about the mats that I have, like the mats are part of like being a Patreon, and then certain people have set it up through their Patreon to where you are able to. Hang on, we need to check something. You're able to get custom card backs if you're a part of their Patreon. So how many Gust Waves are left? We have 1 here. And we have 1, so that's 2, 3. There are 3 blue Descendant Gust Waves left in the deck, which means keeping the bonds could be like an all-star for us here. I think I have to let this go. They hit a Tiger Swipe and take our Bonds of Ancestry. I mean, it's unfortunate, but not much I can do about it. And they banish Preserve Tradition. I mean, no matter what they play, like they've played a blue card, so it transcends this turn, so it gives me the ability to get my chi back unless they play my Warmongers. In which case, like, have fun. Oh, how the CNC is like the thing. So how it's like the different art. I think that's because I'm a Patreon, honestly. Yeah, Troll, I'm down to play the next one for sure. Thank you for streaming Fab. Not enough of this, dude. Mando, I appreciate that, man. I'm happy to stream it and be a part of the game, man. I love Flesh and Blood. Love being part of the game, brother. To be honest. Let's freaking go. Yo, Bando, let's go. Thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it on Twitch, brother. Means a lot. We got 3 questions we ask everybody when you're here for the first time, man. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? It's like the kind of the personality test that we ask each other around here. But yeah, no, I'd love to get to learn more about you in the chat, man. And I appreciate the follow, brother. Bro, if they'd have played Warmongers, that'd have been hilarious, Mello. I'd have got a kick out of that if they'd have played Warmongers. You know what? Joke's on you. Surging Strike. Just for the memes. Well, there's the Harmonies. Well, joke's on them if they have a Command and Conquer. I think it just doesn't matter. They very well could have... Oh, it's Codex to get a Command and Conquer. Oh, brother. Deal. Like, deal. Cannot tell you deal fast enough. Happily take 6 here. Thank you. Please come again. So, I'm pretty sure with them taking the bonds, there's 0 copies of bonds left in the deck, right? There's 2 here, and I'm pretty sure I blocked with 1 early, or maybe 1 was stripped from my hand. Maybe we played 1? I'm looking. I don't see it anywhere. Is there a 3rd bonds left in my deck? Is there a 3rd bonds left in my deck somewhere? Because if there is, it kind of changes like our math here a little bit and what we're like looking to do with our cards. Sorry, I'm like looking very carefully to make sure that I'm not looking over it because it changes how I have to play this turn. So I guess let's go Ancestral Harmony. We're trying to put together the old 2-for-1 turn. Unfortunately, we do not find it. So we're going to go buff and banish. I think I'm going to banish the aspect here. Find another Descendant. So this is for 3. This is for 1. This is for 7. I'm afraid we might get fatigued here. Probably onions, but I'll Rog Dog it. Let's go. I like that. Got in because I wanted to play Magic, but I hate the constant expansions. Never got in because of that. Fab with 3 expansions a year is perfect. So I completely get it. I come from playing competitive Magic, and like I think moving to Flesh and Blood has been a very like net positive experience for me as a whole. I think it's it's a better game, a better atmosphere, things like that. So I welcome to the game, man, and thanks for being here and hanging out with us, brother. I appreciate it. 4 of 1 chances of hitting a power card. Wait, the 3rd one was in Banish? There's 2 bonds in Banish. Was there not a 3rd one? I thought there was a 3rd one. We come in for 7. Curious to see how they block. Gotta unfollow because you're playing Zen, though. So my buddies and I cooked up like a post Zen list to see what it would look like, and I have to say I've been impressed with it so far. It's felt pretty clean. There's that they're gonna get leave no witnesses and force me to get back a card. Actually, am I supposed to transcend? Here, activate Zen, get a tiger, and be left with a blue? Is that what's supposed to happen here before we decide what we're doing? And that way I can discard the tiger and then still keep a 3-card hand? Probably not, right? Probably not. So we have to get a Command and Conquer. Discard the Spinning Will Kick. Think we have to go to 8 here. I thought all 3 were played. I mean, having 1 left has been pretty nice here, but I definitely understand. So we're going to go Rising Sun, Setting Moon, and then play Homage. We go to 9, and then we get to draw. I mean, looking for a scrap is pretty good. We could put this Chi on the bottom. No, we have to have the Chi, right? So we just need to put this on the bottom of the deck and just hope that we get back around to it, because a 1 for 5 with Go Again is just very good. There are 3 copies of blue Descendant Gustwave in the deck. Now the question is, what combo cards are left for us to search for? I don't think there's that many, if there's any at this point, to be honest. So now there's 2 copies of blue Descendant Gustwave. So I think we might just be... I could put blue Bonds on the deck, on the bottom of the deck. Now we're just supposed to put Scrap on the bottom, activate Zen. We can get a Key Unleashed. So we get to come in for 1. I mean, we're definitely not going to win the game, I don't think, but this is not bad. Put her new back to search for it? What? What are you talking about? Oh, put the Bonds back to search for it? But we have to search for the Gust Wave, right? Like we can't really search for it without having the other one. We're going to get the Key Unleashed. Get the last one out of the deck. This demands a card or equipment. This demands something from our opponent here. Unfortunately, this is for 0. And then the key is going to be for 7, which again only forces 2 cards. I think we're going to get fatigued here. I just don't see a world where we can close this out. I mean, I think we're taking this. I think we have to. That's the top of the deck, and... I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, Key Unleashed has not felt bad, honestly. I mean, I don't even think there's combo cards left to search for. I don't think there's combo cards left to search for at this point. We get to come in for 2. I mean, I guess we make the Tiger, which is pretty good, but... I think I'm going to go 5 draw card here. Because if I go 5 draw card, it forces a card out of their hand, and I get to set up an arsenal and try to have a 5-card hand here. We could also just give this Go Again, right? It makes people block the 0s. I mean, that's true. So if we give this Go Again, we can arsenal a Tiger, which could have potential value for us. The problem is I don't think there's anything to really search for, so I think we're better off to just arsenal this and try to use this as a Go Again card next turn. This is going to be a Sink Below or a Fate Foreseen. Yeah. So we arsenal the Path Well Traveled. I don't think this hits here. But I think we're forced to take 1. No, it's not a combo card. It wouldn't have hit there. And because they banished 2 action cards, they're going to go to 5, right? I think that's how that works. I definitely understand why they say this is a tough matchup. I mean, we didn't just like high roll them here, but this is tough. I think it's all cheese from here. I don't think we hit anything, but I don't know that we have a choice. Yeah. So Kakara for 2, and we've just lost. I think looking for a scrap is kind of cool, Kevin, to be honest. Like, it's like we have a 1-of slot in our current list, and I think it's this or a Bittering Thorns, and I think looking for a scrap is like just better in this situation. We'll go ahead and give this go again. Activate Zen. There actually is 100 wins to search for. We'll throw the Tiger for 1. Yeah, and then it's Chi and the Warmonger Diplomacy the rest of the way. And this is for 2 because of Harmony. And then we get to banish Harmony of the Hunt for 5 go again, which technically forces like a D-React here, the last sink below. So they go to 2. And then we're going to lose the game from here. It's all Chi, brother. Oh, man. I mean, I agree. Bittering Thorns is very good, but the looking for a scrap is like something that we thought would be very good into... we thought looking for a scrap would be really good into the decks that like want to block us. So that was kind of like our thought process, is that running it... running looking for a scrap is always a 1 for 5, and Bittering Thorns is a potential 1 for 5. But I mean, I hear you. It is a great card. Like, there's no arguments for me there. Now the problem is that we're at 5, and we just literally can't block the rest of the game. So they can just go to 1 here and kill us if they have anything. We are not going to Arsenal a Chi, although it would be quite funny. My only concern is how it messes with bonds targets. So it does mess with bond targets. That's why we're playing multiple cards that are technically not like bonds targets. Like we're playing was a good game. I mean, I think my lack of knowledge in that matchup cost us there, but we're playing like blue Be Like Water, and we're playing like blue Biting Breeze, and we're playing some like 1-cost attacks like that that we can banish without getting punished. To try and mitigate some of that cost, but it is definitely a concern when we went to building the deck, for sure. Should have Arsenal the Chi for the lulz? I mean, probably. Making blocks more annoying. So yeah, I mean, splitting up to 5 is important, but the biggest thing about it, so like, think about it this way. Into new, with a deck that plays 3 Fates and 3 Sink Belows, Bittering Thorns is a 1 for 4. Always. Unless, like, New's just, like, not thinking. It is always a 1 for 4. Looking for a scrap is at the floor a 1 for 4 against new, and at the ceiling is a 1 for 5. The ceiling of it against new is probably always going to be 1 for 4 if you're playing against a new that knows what's going on. In Victor, same thing, and those are 2 of the matchups we're struggling into, so that was our thought process. Also, we're just kind of testing cards at this point. We were close. I mean, it was close, but we didn't quite get there. I have no idea how this matchup goes. We have 0 D-Reacts. Like, I don't know what we want here. I assume we want Command and Conquers. Key Unleashed, we can cut the Warmongers. And probably the Looking for a Scrap. No, Looking for a Scrap's good. We'll just run 62. I think that's fine. And I think going second is correct. Not with a hand like this is not, because if they throw any crush effect at us, we're in such a bad spot. Sorry, is that Earthfloor Bounty? Bro, what? Okay. Our opponent's on some spice. Oh, Troll, I'm so sorry, dude. Troll, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot after talking, man. Do you want to play after this? I'm so sorry, brother. I was not thinking at all. Well, this is pretty rough. This is not looking too great. What about Salt the Wound? See, you're playing Zephyr Needles. What is your opinion on Talishar? I mean, I play Needles and anything that we're like trying to race. Is mostly like where we're at in that aspect of things. I mean, sure, we can gain a resource. It doesn't really matter. Anything we're trying to race, we want Needles in. Anything that likes to block, we want Kakara. I don't hate Talishar. It's something that I have been considering. I'm debating pitching this to get a Tiger and just not do anything. But I don't really want to do that, to be honest. I don't really want to just leave the Tiger in my hand, so I would be forced to throw it on our turn. Yeah, this hand is rough on turn 0. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to put the Chi in the deck because we're just not going to search for anything, and we're just going to put the Chi back into the deck. And throw the Tiger for 0, Arsenal Artivore, and keep the inner Chi in our hand, I think. Tiger versus MP. IP. I mean, Salt the Wound's not a bad card. Salt the Wound gets a lot of value in a matchup where you are able to use Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, and I think Traverse is just better. Salt the Wound and the other one, Tenacity, get more value when you're able to play Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, and it just doesn't, I don't know, like, and we're not running that. I mean, so talk me into Talishar, honestly. Like, I'm not going to fight, I'm not going to argue. Like, talk me into Talishar. I want to hear why we should play Talishar. I mean, we can activate Zen, get a Tiger, throw the Tiger, play Key Unleash for 7, Arsenal the next Artivore. I guess that's just where we're at right now. Our opponent's having like a pretty good start here, so I mean, double Artivore is very good, but I don't like with a disable, we're not able to play it, unfortunately. I don't know that we even want to get anything here. I think we might just be passing on the ability to get something. I mean, we could get a spinning Will Kick and just throw a 1 for 4, go 4 into Tiger, into Key Unleashed. Arsenal the Artivore. Seems okay. Like, make Bravo block a little bit here. 12 damage on 6 pitch and less hoops than Kakara and Tigers. So are you just running Talishar and everything then, if that's the case? Such an edge in the dash and brute compared to Needle. They're happy popping you twice and sent back, play, swing big, and play an item. I mean, yeah. I think into dash you have to have Kakara, which is probably like the argument for just wanting to always have Talishar. Because dash and brute are like an aggro matchup race, so makes sense. My opponent has dominated a Spinal Crush and a Disable. Bananas. Mirror equals aggro deck. So the mirror should say Zen if I'm not mistaken. I think I changed that matchup specifically to Zen. Yeah. So it should say Zen on the mirror matchup if that's what you're asking about. Because that's how I have it set up and that's what I was going for. So they block 4, take 3, go to 33. We're down 8, Arsenal and Artivore, and we have a Chi, which means we can hypothetically, I mean, I guess last turn we could have given a card and some equipment, or all of our equipment if we wanted to. This will be the 3rd turn in a row that my opponent has activated Bravo. With a -1 counter on it. So this literally just does nothing, right? Like, this is just 8. And I don't even think I want to use my equipment here, do I? Maybe I just want to give Stride here. Gives me Art of War value. I don't know if this is correct. You just consider aggro matchups all mirrors. I mean, to some extent, I definitely hear what you're saying. So I want to play Rising Sun, Setting Moon, and then play Stir the Pot. So we resolved this. I honestly don't think we want the resource. Put 100 wins on the bottom. I think we're safe to gain the resource now for the Art of War. So from here, we can play the Sacred Art. And we're going to choose not to gain a resource. We're going to play Art of War. We're going to go buff and banish to draw 2 cards. We're going to banish the Tiger Swipe. Draw some good stuff here. We're going to activate Zen, because I think we have to here. And we want to go get the 1 for 4. Yeah, the 1 for 4 here, the Chase the Tail. Because we have a turn ender, which means we want this. And then we get to pitch this for the levels. And we get to do all the modes here, because we pitched 3 blues. So this is going to be 6 go again. Draw card, which is bananas here. I am a surface level mango. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, Max. They're just cosplaying my hero. That's funny. My list runs Talishar for aggro, Needle, Lantern for Kano, Kakara for the rest. So, I mean, I think that makes sense. I think that's a pretty fair way to look at it. You definitely have to wait until the chain resolves. Like, if you crack it now, you don't get the block. You have to wait. And then I'm going to go Tiger. Crack balance. Okay. The swipe gets blocked by a good Guardian player almost every time because they can see it coming from a mile away. But I think that the 1 for 4, like this is automatically a 1 for 9. As opposed to Tiger Swipe is probably just going to be like a 0 for 5 because it gets blocked. The Chase the Tail gets guaranteed value, and that I like a lot. There's a lot of value in using the Chase the Tail effectively, in my opinion, Blake. Like, again, I just... Tiger Swipe is one of those cards that is situationally good and okay, but not always good. And I think people rely on Tiger Swipe too much, in my opinion. It's very easy to think that I should use the Sacred Art and I should use the Tiger Swipe in the same turn, but I think that's a little bit of like autopilot and not the best way to use it, personally. Ban CNC doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but it's still 7 damage at the end of a turn here, right? So now we play Aspect of Tiger Body, which is 4 go again, make a new Tiger. Tiger for 6. 3 from the Lead the Tail or whatever it's called, and then 1 from Shuko, 1 from Art of War, 1 from Sacred Art. We're going to throw Kakara here, just as the 2-pointer. This Tiger will be for 3. The next Tiger will be for 2. And then the next one will be a Command and Conquer, which is like, I understand not getting max value, but it's still a 2 for 7 at the end of a chain link here. Obviously, this would be much better as a Key Unleashed if we could go search for that here, but the 1 for 9 value that we were getting from Chase the Tail was just better here. Would be gone if there was literally anything else to play. I actually agree with that statement very much, Zach. Yeah, this has been a very good game for us here. Tiger Swipe is good when you have 2 in your hand. It can bait out the blocks in the first one you banish. So that also is very true. Getting one when you have one gives you a lot of value because people think they're in the clear when they're actually not. So we're now up 5 points of life. And they're swinging the hammer. I think we're now at the point in the game where like we're forcing cards out of their hand every single time they do something, and there's a lot of value in that for us. I'm leaning on the Biting Breeze because this looks like a pretty innocent 0-for-1, but this card is like so good when it hits. I don't think the on-hit is as important as the fact that it's usually a 0-for-4 with Go Again. I mean, so that's fair. Like, that is fair, Harrison. I get what you're saying, that it is more relevant that it's a 0-for-4 with Go Again. That is very true. So now we can go Crouching Tiger for 1 because of Shuko. And I'm doing it in this order because we get more value out of our Shuko and the actual Kakara this way. Now it's time for Chase the Tail, which is a 1-for-4 with Go Again. Then we're going to play Aspect of Tiger Body. Then we're going to play Kakara. Then we're going to throw the Tiger for 4. So we're pushing multiple breakpoints this way. And we're pushing 1, which people don't want to block. Should have thrown Key, then Kakara, then Tiger. It makes blocks worse and leaks more damage. Because would have been 5-2-7-2 rather than 5-6-3-2. Okay, so you're saying it's better to have a 7 and 2 2s as opposed to a 6 and a 3. That makes sense. It's harder to block. We do get to leak more damage that way. That makes sense. Thanks for pointing that out, Swan. I appreciate that. Yeah, blue Biting Breeze is probably going to be a staple in every single person's Zen deck, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a necessary card moving forward. Necessary card moving forward. I don't know what his hand is, but I assume that my opponent's looking at his hand going, this is my chance to get back into the game and try to make something happen. I really don't know what they're doing because they're playing Mage Master Boots and Earthlore Bounty, so I'm already like kind of confused by like what their strategy is up to this point anyway. If they don't block with a card, they're going to go to 1, and we're going to have 6 points worth of equipment, and we can go search for a chi. So, I mean, I think this game's over here. I don't really know what our opponent's doing here, but I think this game's over. Looks like they're on a pretty interesting version of Bravo. They want to go Terrace Under Hammer for 7. We just go get one of our chi, and it's fine. So we can go get a Key Unleashed here and finish off with a 2 for 7. Because we go Descendant Gust Wave, pitching a chi, Bonds, go get the key. Or I'm sorry, the Key Unleashed. Or is there a better line here? Are we supposed to use Aspect of Tiger Body? We probably are, right? Yeah, we're probably supposed to use Aspect of Tiger Body. This turn, it gets a lot of value as just an extra 0 for 3. So we're definitely going to clear the game. We're definitely going to win the game this turn. Like, almost assuredly we win the game right here. Yeah, that could have been a double bonds turn if it wasn't for the Terra Sunder, right? With Chase the Tail as a finisher. So we use this to get a bonds here, which is what you guys are saying. We get the last bonds out of the deck. So break. Oh, I see what you guys are saying here. And then we're going to activate Zen. Yep, I see what you're saying. Because we're going to activate this to go get a red Descendant Gust Wave here. And we're going to go Gust Wave for 3 go again. Yeah. So the line was going to be Descendant Gust Wave for 3, bonds goes and gets the last spinning wheel kick, probably. More than likely to play. Because we throw the we get the spinning wheel kick as just a 1 for 4. So this is 3 into 4 off the bonds. We throw the Crouching Tiger for 1 because of Shuko, and then the spinning wheel kick. So I mean, like we had Omega lethal there pretty much, no matter how we drew it up. But yeah, no, the double bonds was just a better play. It's interesting that we still managed to throw double bonds, even though there's only 3 of them in the deck. Sorry, I didn't look at total damage turn 4. I did not look at that. That might be something we have to go back and look for. Troll, you still hanging out? You want to play one? Like, we're 4-2 tonight, and I have very clearly played suboptimally, like, most of the night. So let's see. Looking for Troll. It's going to be in regular classic constructed if you're okay with that, man. I'm going to go ahead and post it. I put Trolly for some reason. Maybe I didn't capitalize the last L. I'll go back in the VOD. Thanks, Mel. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly the damage was on that turn. I don't think this is Troll. Ah, I did not mean to control F. Wrong section here. All right, let's try this again. All right, Troll, you ready? Also, I don't know what you're playing, buddy, so I'm not sure what I'm looking out for. Barbarian Wizard, that's my man, playing Levia. All right, good luck, brother. Say good luck in case you're not in the game. So this is a Kakara matchup. This is probably a censor matchup to name Blood Rush Bellow. Weakest link seems kind of medium here. We're going to cut the Looking for a Scrap and run the Command and Conquers, and cut the Warmonger's Diplomacies to be on 29 blues here. I think that's going to be the plan. And we're going to try and end the stream 5-2 tonight. But Troll's a very good player, so... Playing 13 cards on turn 4 and dealt 20 with him blocking 5 cards, so probably presented 30 plus. I mean, if we dealt 20 and he blocked with 5 cards, he blocked with all 3 blocks, I assume, so... I think I'm just going to pass, actually. I like having this like little combo play set up here that we have. I kind of just want to block 4. Or, I'm sorry, I guess we can block 3. No, I want to block 2, go Kakara into 3. It lets them fuel their graveyard a little bit, but I think we also want Troll to start playing offense here fast. I could just block 4, throw 3 from Arsenal and Arsenal this. We have a pretty good combo with Chase the Tail and Aspect set up. Is there a better line here? I mean, we could go get Tiger here. I mean, we do have a nice 2-card 6 gaming. Because the 2-card 6 is just Chase the Tail and Kakara, but I kind of want to keep it. I think we're going to block 5 and just throw the 2-card 6 here. I don't know. It feels wrong to not keep the Chase the Tail in my hand, but, you know, there's also 2 more copies in the deck that we can find later. Because Aspect of Tiger Body and Chase the Tail is, like, definitely a combo that we want to set up here. Having Chase the Tail in our graveyard is good. I mean, I guess it works well with the Bonds line. So it presents us to give us, like, the combo line that we want. Yeah, because that means we have a Gust Wave, an Aspect, and a Chase the Tail. I would like to find a turn 1 game where I can play double Chase the Tail. I have yet to see something like that, but... Discarded a Boneyard Marauder. I mean, I might just try to play this hand out. Depends on, like, what pieces of Disruption Troll is running here. I mean, going to 21 is rough, but... I think we're going to go buff and banish the Belak Water. That's awkward. Hey, Havoc, what's going on, man? How are you, buddy? Said booze in. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. We have not played a blue card. I can go Aspect. Actually... There's just no way to transcend here because of the go again. So if I play this, my man said, no. All right. So obviously this is good and I haven't figured it out yet. So I get to play this, give it go again, transcend, flip, gain 2 resources. And then I can go get the Gust Wave to make a Tiger. Oh, weapon double transcend. Duh, because we can give it go again. I'm so dumb. Never mind. Ignore me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give Kakara go again. That makes so much more sense. Thank you guys for pointing that out. Just a busted foot? Dude, what'd you do to your foot, man? I'm going to refresh here. I think it's... Oh, I'm lagging. So in the reaction step, we're going to do this. And... No, I'm sorry. We have to do this the other way. We have to play this and then do this because we want to be able to filter if we want to. We will gain the resource. And then... Do I need the other chi is the question. I have my 1 resource. So I'll have a chi that I'll pitch 1 resource. I need the resource. I'll gain another resource, so I'll have 2. Which means I'll be able to play the... I will be able to play the Descendant Gust Wave with my resource 1 floating. And then play the Bonds. I have the Aspect of Body in my arsenal. I go get Chase the Tail. And then I get to make a second Tiger. And I can use... I cannot play the Censor. But I can't use the Chi either. So we're putting the Chi on the bottom of the deck to arsenal the Censor here. Okay. So we create a tiger, and we're going to go get the descendant. Gust Wave is for 4, go again. If he blocks with Flesh Bag, there is a 1 in 3 chance that he takes the card we want. Take Censor, please. It's not great, but it's fine. So that just means we're getting a different Bonds card here. Means we're getting an Aspect here. My neighbors are stunt doubles and invited me over for a workout. 5 minutes in, I fell on my ankle. Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks, Havoc. I hate that for you, buddy. I mean, we're just going to get this, right? And then go get the last one. And it works that we can play both copies of it and then end on the Censor here. Because of the Art of War, we still get value out of all of this. So this is Aspect into Aspect, Tiger, Tiger, Censor. Because obviously, Troll wants to keep his hand. So playing the Censor is pretty good here, I feel like. Going to head to bed. Good night. Don't let the misplays. I like that. That was funny, Blake. Thanks for hanging out tonight, man. Hope you have a good night, brother. This is for 2 because of Kakara. The next one is for 2 because of Shuko. And then the Censor is for 6. And we have Chi and we can flip. Okay, so now Troll is forced to give us 2 cards if he wants to stop the Censor. And we get to just name Bloodrush Bellow. This is the most underplayed card in the game, in my opinion. Your ability to be able to say you cannot play X card is broken. I do not think that he wanted to give us those cards. But he did because he was forced to. And we have a Crouching Tiger and we have a good arsenal here. So I can just... I don't need to get the Tiger here, do I? I mean, the cheese bananas here, right? Yeah, we definitely would have named Bloodrush Bellow. Oh, you would have named Art of War there instead of the... you would have named Art of War there instead of Bloodrush Bellow? I definitely would have named Bloodrush Bellow, but he didn't have either one. Or if he does, he has it in Arsenal. I think this hand's really good. We need a hit off Harmony. I have not hit off Harmony all night. Which, I mean, you know, it is what it is. So... Levels for go again here. Art of War Banishing Centipede is a crazy turn. So play this for go again. And then we can get a Key Unleashed here for 8. Which I know we... Wait, did we bring them in? I don't even think I brought them in here. So it's just Chase the Tail, right? So we're going to activate Zen. And we're going to get a Chase the Tail. We could get a Tiger Swipe, but I don't think it's worth it here. We're going to name Go Again, Draw a Card. Go Again, Draw a Card. Spinning Will Kick is pretty solid here. Hey, Jacob, what's up? Do you mean how many combo cards are left in the deck, or how many like combo cards in general? Just want to make sure I understand your question. Spinning Will Kick for 5. The Tiger is for 0. Five, Go Again. This one is for 3. And then this is for 5. So you have to give me a card and equipment here. Found the deck list, was wondering about total amount. Played Zen last night in the Armory. Yeah, dude is still cracked. Totally agree with you, Jacob. Dude, I hope if you have any suggestions on the deck list, please let me know. We just tried to, like, our team tried to, like, cook one up here to see what we could come up with. So please let me know if you have suggestions. I mean, there's always the chance that, like, Troll just dies to Blood Debt here because he's at 2. Not likely, but possible. We can probably also just win the game if we take a bunch of damage here. I'm going to take 5 for sure, go to 13. Because we can go 3, 4 into 5 with this hand. Take a card, force a card and equipment, force 2 cards, and then they die to Blood Debt. So I think we just win here. They really hit the wrong card. Literally killed Katsu for the entire summer. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know that they hit the wrong card necessarily, but I definitely hear what you're saying, that, like, Katsu is the unfortunate side effect of what happened. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. Sorry you died to Blood Debt like that. Now, to be fair, they had double Blood Rush, so I don't really know what we lose to from that spot. So, like, if he draws into, like, blue and a card, I guess we take 5, go to 8. And then if he throws, like, 8 at us, we're at 8, so we block 4, go to 4. And then, yeah, so, I mean, I don't really think we can lose there. What's the most amount of damage he could have thrown at us from there? Would have been something like the... whatever the 2 cost card is, I think. The new 2 cost card, it could have technically been a 2 for 9, which would have put me to 3. So I take 5, go to 8, and then block 4, and then I take a card and a piece of equipment, and then take 2 cards and win the game. So yeah, I think we still win that game regardless. Joel, if you're hanging out, man, good game. I appreciate the game, brother. I know it was unfortunate for you to die that way, but I appreciate the game. Levi is a tough deck to play, man. There was already no point in playing Katsu because of Zen, but now you actually cannot. Yeah, your draws seem pretty bad there. I wholeheartedly agree with your statement there. Katsu was basically, I mean, Katsu was dead the moment that Zen got printed, right? Like, Zen's just better, and that's the biggest problem for Katsu. But there are people, there's something on top of my camera. There are people who like Katsu and that are going to play Katsu. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of the game, you know? It's just kind of what happens. So the deck tonight felt pretty clean. 5 and 2 with me playing suboptimally. I think there are changes that can be added. Key Unleashed being a 2 for 7 felt very clean tonight. Chase the Tail combos are very good. The one card that I'm really questioning is we're not playing Bittering Thorns. I think we should probably be playing Bittering Thorns. I also like looking for a scrap. The problem is I don't know what to cut. So here is what I am genuinely going to make a plea with everyone who watches this video. And if you know anybody who is a Katsu player, a Zen player who has ideas, let them know, like tell them to like cut to, you know, like the 2 hour and 59 minute mark and watch this clip. I would like some help building this deck. They have made bans from the deck. The deck is still very strong, clearly. I would like to find out what is one of the best versions of the deck going into Amsterdam. I'm not going to go to Amsterdam, but for just for a personal reason. So if you're in the Discord and you have suggestions, ping me in the Discord, shoot me a PM. I would like to know what changes you think can be made to the list that can make it better, and I would like to hear about it. Like, I'm open to all suggestions. I'm not going to like be rude and tell you it's a bad idea. May not like what you have to say. I may not agree with you, but I'm open to all suggestions. So if you have ideas, please let me know. If you're not in the Discord, !Discord, or it's in the YouTube description. Last thing I'm going to mention, Talishar Tournament. Blitz. Free to play in the Discord. Coming up in August. We got some cool prizes on the line. You can check it out in the Talishar Tournament section of the Discord. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm not sure if Carly and I are playing Chain together tomorrow. If we are, I'll be on Twitch tomorrow night hanging out. But if not, I'll be back on Thursday playing Flesh and Blood. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys later.